I now want to talk a little bit more about commemoration. I am now standing in the commemorative area of the memorial, which used to be the camp nursery. And I want to show you two things here today. For one, the House of Remembrance, which you can see behind me, which displays the names of the people who have been killed. The second side I want to show you is the memorial side, which you can see behind me. It consists of several parts: the international monument, a sculpture, as well as a commemorative wall with 18 plaques from different nations. This memorial site holds great significance to many people, especially because it had to be fought for against the resistance of the city. The city had built prisons on the grounds of the former concentration camp and had no interest in keeping the memory of the past alive. Only thanks to continuous efforts of mainly survivors was it possible to open this site in 1965, so 20 years after the war had ended. Another thing that survivors had to fight for was the inclusion of this sculpture in this memorial site. It was not part of the original plan the city of Hamburg had for this memorial, but many survivors did not see their struggle and their suffering adequately represented in the original design. And so the umbrella association of Neuengamme survivors, the Amicale Internationale de Neuengamme, commissioned the sculpture and then gifted it to the city of Hamburg. The sculpture was made by a French artist, Françoise Salmon, who herself was an Auschwitz survivor. And she called it Le Déporté, the deportee. It's also often translated as the fallen or the dying prisoner. And if you look at the body, it looks painfully contorted. It looks exhausted, emaciated as it falls to the ground. It's very difficult to look at. But if you then look at the face, it tells quite a different story. It looks almost peaceful. And I think this portrayal, this sculpture, is incredibly moving, especially of this, because of this emotional portrayal. And it is such a stark contrast to this almost dispassionate, very more symbolic or abstract international monument right next to it. Another place that I find very moving is the House of Remembrance, which I want to show you now. This building was erected in 1981, but it was only turned into the House of Remembrance by artist Thomas Schütte in 1995. Now it displays the names of those people that have been killed and have been identified. The victims' names are exhibited here on these strips of fabric along the wall. The names are listed in chronological order, beginning with the first recorded death in 1940. And you can see on each banner there are different sections, and each section stands for a single day. And the names that are listed below it are the people that died on that exact day. And the further you go along, the closer you get to the end of the war, the longer the list of names get. More and more people died every day. And even though there are so many names here already, this is actually only about half of the people who were killed here. Many people's names remain unknown to this day. The House of Remembrance is an important space for many visitors, but especially relatives and descendants of prisoners that have been killed here. Many come here and put down flowers or candles or other personal items, and many also put up photos of the victims, often next to their names. And this was actually never an official part of the concept for this space. People just started doing it as acts of remembrance. And I think that this is quite powerful because they sort of transformed this place through their actions. They changed the place for how they needed or how they wanted to remember here.